Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Mariana's Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. The good news is the tropical storm has passed us by. Also tonight, DOC Commissioner Anthony Torres tells us about the possibilities of parole. Also tonight, the reefs are threatened. No Caped Crusaders, but environmental heroes are gathering here on Saipan. Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
I love Mariana's Coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
When you first tasted our spicy chicken McNuggets, lightly breaded in tempura and made with aged cayenne, maybe that cayenne blend made you cry a little. Well, now you can happy cry on your way to McDonald's, because they're back. The spicy chicken McNuggets, they're back. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Half a day, Tirawami, and welcome CNMI. Welcome to the Channel 2 News from up here on Capitol Hill. Whether or not there was a weather storm warning, there is no storm to be seen on the now blue horizon. As of 1 p.m. today, the tropical storm warnings for Guam and Rota were canceled. As of this morning, it was no longer in effect for Saipan and Tinian. According to the National Weather Service, we now have merely a 50% chance of isolated showers, with winds gusting up to only 30 miles per hour. As of last night, Tropical Storm Man-Yi was about 145 miles east-southeast of Saipan and Tinian, with winds holding steady at 45 miles per hour. Last night's tropical storm warning affecting the closure of Saipan schools and some businesses is no longer in effect. After a night of heavy winds and rains, we wake to blue sky and an island filled with happy young people. Teachers organized their lesson plans, washed their hair, graded papers, caught up on their favorite soap operas, or reread James Joyce's Ulysses for fun. And if the students were good, they helped their parents remove the storm shutters from their windows. And then, if they were really good, they were happily at the beach, savoring the beauty of their island. But please be advised that there is still a high surf advisory in effect through tomorrow morning. There are also rip current advisories for all of the NMI through late tonight. So swim safe and, catch up on late homework. Maybe reread Ulysses yourself for fun and have a wonderful evening. A U.S. Department of Justice analysis in 24 states concluded that 82% of individuals released from state prisons were rearrested at least once in the next 10 years following release. This month, our local warden goes over NMI efforts at reintegrating prisoners into everyday life. Anthony Torres, Commissioner of the Department of Corrections, meets with journalists to discuss the governor's plans to transfer the Board of Parole to his jurisdiction with the hope of limiting future criminal recidivism through improved rehabilitation and reintegration strategies.
Yes, so ever since the executive order was handed down from Governor Palacios, I hit the ground running. It was that day where I actually called the parole officers to come over and we did a meet and greet and we welcomed them and it's been a journey thus far, and our vision for the Division of Parole is to implement a robust plan, a robust system that's going to encompass, of course, like rehabilitation, reintegration.
Reintegration begins with the parole process.
The way I look at the parole officers, they're law enforcement and they're also like social workers, right? They're out there and they're ensuring that they're meeting, that they're meeting with their clients. They're conducting random urinalysis. They're checking on their work progress, and that they're programming, whether it's through CGC and what have you. So I'm excited. We're excited.
There are discussions to potentially compensate prisoners for work they contribute to the community.
Well, first of all, I would have to identify a funding source, and it wouldn't be coming out of the taxpayer money.
One way to raise money could be to house some of Guam's prisoner overpopulation, Torres says.
I frame it as like, okay, how do we leverage the unused capacity in our facility, right? I have over 500 beds. I currently have 170 inmates, right? Can I leverage those bed space, right? With no incurred utilities. I mean, and I've said this with the numbers, right? 100 inmates with $120 per day would generate a little over $4 million. $4 million, that's a lot for my department. I can work on giving my staff raises. I can look at hazard pay. I can look at night differential. I can look at enhancing my inmate programming. I can look at buying equipment. I can look at getting more training for my staff, right? And then whatever I can do to help the community, right?
Programs are now in effect to help inmates integrate when they reach the parole process.
You guys have all seen the great work our outreach program has been doing, and I'm going to expand on that. And I mean, with a partnership with NM Tech, with the Hope Recovery Center, you got inmates in that program, participants who are acquiring skills, right? And they've done a lot of great work. They're still doing a lot of great. All of them are master bush cutters. We like to joke and say they're master bush because they're great at that. But they're also learning to be electricians, learning to be tradesmen, welding, And then we have our residential substance abuse treatment center that's going to be turning on one of our housing units into an RSAT unit, right? And that's forthcoming.
Businesses will soon have the opportunity to employ those who used to be thought of as unemployable.
The more our local businesses are going to be open-minded to employing these individuals, these ex-offenders, right? These ex-offenders who have demonstrated good behavior for 2 years, who have completed the RSAT program, who are in faith-based programs, who've gotten their GED, who have had a clear conduct for 2 years, who have picked up a welding certification from NM Tech and being a participant for the outreach program. I mean, I don't know about you, but I would employ them if I owned my construction business. I would employ them because they've showed, and I'm a firm believer in second chances.
This week, the 49th meeting of the United States Coral Reef Task Force has been meeting at the Crowne Plaza Hotel. USCRTF was established in 1998 to lead U.S. efforts to preserve and protect coral reef ecosystems. Members include 11 federal agencies, 7 U.S. states, U.S. territories, 3 freely associated states, 4 fishery management councils, and the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. Kelsey McClelland has been with Northern Marianas College for 2 years and on island for 6. She has worked with U.S. Coastal Management and on coral restoration projects. She explains that corals are living animals who are affected by warming waters due to climate changes.
The reason why they are threatened is there's a that balance, that relationship between the zooxanthellae and the coral organism itself is what we call a symbiotic relationship. And it's a pretty fragile relationship because when the coral organism is stressed, it will actually expel the photosynthetic zooxanthellae. Just like when we have a bacteria or a virus in our body and we're stressed out, our body tries to expel or shed that foreign invader, right? So the coral organism, the coral animal is no longer able to recognize that photosynthetic zooxanthellae as a helper and instead tries to get rid of it. Once that happens, we see what's called coral bleaching. So the corals lose their really beautiful, vibrant colors and they turn almost completely white. We're starting to see these coral bleaching events happen more frequently when we start to see these sea surface temperature anomalies increase more. So the warmer our waters get, or the longer, for longer durations of time and our waters are warmer, we'll see coral bleaching.
Sometimes rainfall can cool the warming waters, but it also has potential negative effects for the coral ecosystem.
When we have a lot of exposed sand and soil or dirt from construction projects or quarries or impermeable surfaces, roads, and then all of that dirt will go and it just acts like a water slide. And so this dirt, the sediment, will then land and create a filter over on top of our corals, and they're no longer able to photosynthesize. So that can also create almost like a bleaching event too, or just stress the coral out, and eventually you'll see some death there as well. So when we live in such a small island community, pretty much everything we do impacts our reefs, impacts our waters.
What can we do to help? The Natural Resource Management Program at NMC teaches that everything we do has an impact.
For the NRM program, we really try to work with the students and have kind of an interdisciplinary approach and make sure that the students are learning both terrestrial and marine science because, as we said, especially here, everything is connected. We work with a lot of our wonderful government agency partners and non-government agency partners to expose the students to all of the different research projects that are happening on island. There's mangrove restoration, there's coral restoration, even so you see the water quality division today, the stormwater treatment facilities, they were showing us their wastewater treatment facility, and the students were super interested in that. Like, they had no idea how our wastewater were treated. And even that has a huge impact on the reefs as well, because our wastewater, once it's treated here, we went to the Puerto Rico wastewater division site, but there's one in Puerto Rico and then there's one at Aguingin. And once that wastewater is treated and meets all of the standards and the requirements, it'll get released into the lagoon.
Tomorrow, we will be attending the open session of the Coral Reef Task Force, and we will report our findings to you. Coming up, she's leaving on a jet plane. Welcome to Saipan and adios. Also, the Catman of Saipan, a superhero? You decide. Stay tuned next on the Channel 2 News.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
We can't wait to welcome you back. Beginning October 16th, the doors of Miyako will reopen. Alongside the tranquil ocean and vibrant gardens inside the former Hyatt, Miyako will offer 2 weekday seatings for a special Japanese lunch buffet. Make your reservations Monday through Friday by calling 670-488-1000 and indulge in authentic dishes, including fresh, never frozen salmon and tuna. Make new memories at an old favorite. Make it special. Make it Miyako.
At one of Saipan's beaches, this mother lays about 100 eggs under the cover of darkness. She hides her nest as best she can and then slowly makes her way back to the ocean. The eggs hatch and the babies head for the sea, where they will face a daily dose of danger. Just 1 in 1,000 will make it to adulthood. Those that do will one day lay their own eggs. Sea turtles are protected under CNMI law. If you see one that is stranded or if you see illegal activity, call the hotline at 287-8537.
The king is back like prodigal. I've been gone. I gave him time, it's been too long. Politic, if I want it, I'ma get mine. Never fake the funk, can't perform for your empire. Snatch him out the throne, make them all fall in line. I let the clock tick, count down, cause I'm the headline, the deadline. I'm ahead time, the rare kind. I'm a living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind. Big time.
Premium office space is available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park on Capitol Hill. Features include dedicated parking, fast internet, backup power, good water, and natural light throughout to go along with the very best views on Saipan. So don't settle for space when you can get peace and peace of mind. Call Hermosa Vista today at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
Fast, fun, and easy. That's how your home Wi-Fi should be. So start with an internet plan that fits your budget. Introducing your home Wi-Fi starter pack, also known as WISP. Enjoy up to 25 megabits per second for as low as $35 a month, plus a free router with your wireless subscription. That's hours of movies, games, social media, and more endless fun. Get your Wi-Fi starter pack today only at Docomo Pacific. Better together. Additional conditions may apply.
Welcome back, CNMI. Post-Veterans Day, Jason Sanchez at Saipan International Airport meets new servicemen committed to their mission. Welcome to Saipan. Cody Escoda from Saipan is home from weekend drills as a signals operations officer in the Guam National Guard.
It's pretty good. With a bunch of the like Guam and Saipan people, it's all really family for the most part. We take care of each other, so I really enjoy working with my unit.
So guys, buenas. My name is Fire First Class Costa Tomos from the island of Saipan. Just got back from Guam from a week drill. Just getting ready for deployment and getting ready for a new journey in my life. I'd like to thank everybody, for the support, my family, for all the Charlie Company 1-294 and the Delta Company 294. They're all supporting us, getting us ready for this deployment. Thank you guys, everybody. Just must They gave us the option to actually join the deployment, and I wanted to join because it's a badass. It's an awesome experience for me, not for me, just for my family also. And really thinking of within after my contract, if I decide to stay in, I'm gonna actually go active duty from there and pursue the military as a career. To everybody, thank you for supporting, the Guam Army National Guard. I know I'm from Saipan, but I never forget where I'm from. Always defend our islands, the sea and the mine. And for people that are thinking of joining, when you get out there to basic training, you may think it's hard, but just think why you're doing it and who you're doing it for, and keep pushing forward, and everything will go smooth. And when you come back, you're going to realize that everything was worth it in the end.
Tamara Tracy and Elaine Sablan are flying in from Guam.
Well, we're actually going to visit the troop store that's out on the National Guard base and just check on the operation, make sure everything is going smoothly. And then we've got a couple of other meetings as well with some businesses. She's a services business manager, and she'll be having several meetings today as well. So just a routine business trip.
These women are with the Army Air Force Exchange Service of the Department of Defense.
I have been active duty Army before, and then also I was an Air Force spouse, and then I grew up Air Force. And then Elaine.
Yeah. Been with the exchange for a long time, 34 years, so yeah, going back and forth to Saipan.
But as far as merchandise is concerned, we get shipments on a weekly basis, and we work very hard, to make sure that we keep our inventory levels, to where they need to be, so we can continue to service the military community.
Anything else you want to say to the camera for your family, friends, or colleagues?
Not really. I'm on Saipan, and I'm not at work right now, and you are. No.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks.
And while families and visitors arrive on Saipan, others are leaving on a jet plane, don't know when they'll be back again. Our Jason is there to send them off. Adios.
My name is Vincent Robusto.
All right, and you're flying to
I'm flying to San Jose, California.
Are you a resident of Saipan?
Yes, I was born here, but I do go out often for travel, for vacation, and for education. Right now, I'm moving for good, but I'll always be back though. Saipan is always going to be my home.
I guess what do you miss the most about Saipan?
The people. As you can see, there's right now I'm with the people from NAP, and for some it's just work, but I think it's the people that makes up the island. It's a sad day, but I'll be back.
Adios. On this program, we have met a birdman. We have heard from the dog people at the Humane Society. So it is only fitting that we meet the Catman of Saipan. On any given Saturday at the Farmers Flea Market at the Marianas Business Plaza in Susupe, you will find a lone gentleman standing with mischievous grin, chatting with shoppers and friends about the care and well-being of newly rescued island kittens and cats in need of loving homes. Will de Bologna Smith.
Well, I got this crazy notion to start rescuing kittens on Saipan. And the kittens that come from the jungle, they're riddled with worms and diseases and everything. So I try and make them healthy, and I've learned how to save a lot of them. And then I make them healthy, I socialize them, and I bring them here for free adoption.
In his first year of rescue, Will has placed 122 kittens and 22 adult cats into loving homes.
I work with Saipan Humane Society with Lauren Cabrera, and also with Miho from Saipan Cares for Animals. Yes, and also from the community. I do Saipan, of course, kitten and cat rescue and rehabilitation. So from the community, I pass out my business cards. The people call me up when they have a rescue or a sick kitten or find a kitten, and I take them in, I make them healthy, and then I socialize them, and I bring them here for adoption. Now, how I socialize them is none of my animals are in cages. They're only in cages here for display at the market every Saturday. At home, I have 25 kittens and cats in my house. Then I have a separate apartment for the older cats, which I have like 15 older cats. They all roam free and get along fine together.
Here's the question. Is that why you're not married?
I'm not going to touch that question.
Will says he socializes the kittens by allowing them free rein in his home, food, comfort, and love, readying them for adoption.
And just like people, you have to give your animals a lot of love and attention, and in doing that, they give it back to you tenfold.
There are no federal funds allocated for cat welfare on Saipan, but spay and neutering services are offered by visiting vets at the Humane Society.
And it was, I didn't realize what I was getting into because I started off with a few kittens, and before you know it, you got 20, before you know it, you got 30, and now I got over 50 between kittens and cats. And I get donations here in my bucket. I also get some local donations. People donate. The Humane Society, they donate the food that's donated to them. They give me cat food. The same thing with Saipan Cares for Animals. When they get donated cat food and canned food, they also donate to me.
Will says that cats teach you to live in the moment.
The children learn so much from the animals. They learn responsibility, they learn love, they learn the heartaches in case the animal passes away, and and they grow with the animal, and the animal teaches the children a lot also. You give your cats love and attention, and they give it back to you tenfold. A lot of work, a lot of dedication, but I tell you, it's so worth it. It's so rewarding.
You can meet the kittens, Fur and Meow, every Saturday morning at the farmer's market.
Motivation isn't always easy to come by. Thankfully, there's one place that continues to ignite my willpower. This one place provides me with the knowledge and support I need to grow, so I can continue to become a better version of myself. This is where I discovered my passion, where I achieved successes that made me proud. It's home. It's where I improved my performance, seeing the opportunity in every challenge. And when doubt creeps inside, and I think about giving up, I remember the heroes who've also called this place home. And just like them, I know that every last rep is always a beginning. No matter how hard it gets, nothing can stop me. I will always come back stronger because I'm part of a legacy.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Here's the weather. Just because it's not a tropical storm doesn't mean we won't get wet, NMI. The National Weather Service on Guam says there is a 30% chance of isolated showers this evening with low temperatures of 77 degrees. Moderate winds can be anticipated. Tomorrow, Thursday, is a 40% chance of showers with low winds of 10 to 15 miles per hour. Highs around 86, lows around 77. The sun is set tonight at 5:45 p.m. and will rise tomorrow at 6:18 a.m. when all the students will rise and wonder how they lost yesterday's homework until they wake, see the sky, and remember that yesterday there was no school. And then they can smile, nod to themselves, and say, yeah, that's cool. And off they go, and I will see them on the land or from the water. Well, Saipan, that is news, good sports, and weather. We will see you here again on Friday.